Good morning, everyone. I'm a little bit woken right now, not like I'd like to be, and but I just wanted to come on here. And usually, for most of the time, I get my ideas to record while I'm sitting here waking up in the mornings. Um, I have other things to do during the rest of the day, but I wanted to address some things, and I know most of you really that are on here and come on here. Uh, Understand a lot of what I'm saying and understand how I have to live and stuff like that. But there's some people that don't. Uh, I woke up this morning to uh, a lady saying uh, that I don't live up to my name, more or less, Joy, and that I suck the life out of everybody. I should be joyful in my life and this and that and whatnot because my name is Joy. And of course, I had somebody come back and uh, say something back to her. And there's some of you on there that will just seem like you fight for me, and I love you. And you all know who you are. And the, there's people out there, they don't understand. Hold on a minute. It's hard to know and understand people just from watching them on a video on YouTube or TikTok or uh, Rumble or any place like that. I mean, you all you're seeing is what is on that video and what's being talked about. Well, uh, anyway, she said I sucked the life out of and anyone's supposed to believe the malarkey I've been talking about and. Uh, well, first of all, let's start. Let's start with my name. My name, and now really listen to this. My real name is Joyce, Joyce, and I always hated that name. I didn't have no idea what back when I was growing up. And after I got older, I researched the meaning. I mean, every name has a meaning. Um, so that because that's what society decided, civilization decided that names had meaning. Okay, you go back to um, when Abraham was alive. His real name started out as Abram. I don't know exactly what that meant, but uh, his God, his creator, renamed him and called him Abraham, which means father of many nations. So that when people called him, hey, Abraham, they were really saying, hey, father of many nations. So I didn't like the name choice. And so I took the first half of it, and that's what I call myself. Now, my family, they still call me Joyce, my brother and my sister, and anybody else that grew up knowing me as Joyce. But I call myself Joy, especially when I'm doing platforms like this and stuff like that. A reason, and because I like to be thought of that I'm going to be joyful. That if people say joy enough times, then I will become joyful. I grew up. I grew up in a horrible life. Not as bad as some, but not as good as many. And I've had a horrible life. And I started calling myself Joy back in 2007 when I was performing and singing out and around and amongst people, and my name was Joy. Well, people would, when they see me come and they'd say, "Joy to the world." So trying to bring joy to the world just with my name, I guess. I don't know. All I know is that if I hear people say, "Hey, Joy," and but here's the thing: if I was to if I put on there on my channel that my name was Joyce, well, it means the joyful one. Well, let me tell you what. Right now in my life, at 80 years old, and I'm not telling you all this for your sympathy or nothing like that. I'm just letting people know that life has to go on, no matter how you feel. I'm not about to do anything to take me off of this planet, unless, of course, an alien wants to come along and take me to a better place. That's that's all I know about that. But when I get up in the mornings, especially if I get into a deep sleep and I wake up and and then I try to get up after that, especially, I mean, that's like it happened to me this morning. I fell asleep and I got into a deep sleep. Now, people, and this is not for everyone because everyone don't have the condition the same as the next person. A person that has their body has been burdened with what they call fibromyalgia and any other kind of autoimmune syndrome. Uh, it Once they get in bed and or they're sitting for a while, the muscles in their body uh, lock up, and it's hard for them to get up and move without excruciating pain. So when myself and many others, after a night's sleep, and they get up, of course, and even though you get up during the night many times to go to the bathroom, your muscles are still going to lock up, and the it's hard. It's hard to move, and it's really especially hard for me because I have a walker, but in a camper, there's not that kind of room for a walker. And I try to bring it up. I can't get it up by my bed. There's no way. I can't even get it through the door without a lot of struggle. So, and then of course, and I'm going to hear a lot of people say, "Well, get somebody to widen the door and this and that and whatnot." The whole point to my life is take care of myself the best way I can. Find ways to get through life because if there was nobody else around, who would do it for me? And that goes the same for anybody else. You have to find a way to do it yourself. So when I get up in the morning, some mornings is worse than other mornings. I can't even I can't even see in the mornings. I, I was not diagnosed with it, but I was tested for it. Was Sjogren's syndrome. And it's an autoimmune. And I don't like talking about any of it because the more you talk about it, the more you focus on it, the more you're going to keep it. I don't want to keep it. And I'm not going to go out there and I'm not going to get poked and prodded to make my body hurt worse. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put myself through taking a bunch of meds and stuff like that because all it is chemicals. It helps for a little bit, but it damages your body more down the line. It damages your emotional state, your being able to function properly because your mind is not cognitive. So anyway, to get up in the mornings, especially if I get into a deep sleep, to be able to move like I need to move and see like I need to see is almost it's one of the hardest tasks I've ever had to do. So no, I'm not very joyful at those point in times. And just because my name is Joy don't mean I'm going to be joyful. A name does not define who you are or what you're going through. And in everything that I've been trying to talk to everybody about, I put it out there for you guys to research it and hoping that you'll find what works for you. And I've said this a million times. Well, not a million times. I've said this over and over again. There's 8 billion perspectives on this earth. Everybody is not going to see life the same way. Your life is totally different than mine because that's how you see your life. My life is how I see it. And the only one that can make it work is us, ourselves. So, to all of those of you that are sitting and thinking that I'm not very joyful, I don't live up to my name, well, shame on you for not even understanding anything and not even trying to understand anything. And if you're younger than I am, or younger than 70 even, or 60 in your 60s, or if you don't have no dilabating, I don't know, I can't say it, um, conditions that cause you issues, then you don't need to say anything. Focus on the things that you have now and what's going on in the world. That's what I've been trying to say to everybody. Look at what's going on in the world. And here's the thing. You can't really say that the people that are out there doing what they're doing uh, towards trying to change policies and world leaders and stuff like that, they're not any different than we are. They work to get themselves in that position because they really truly believe in their heart, in their perspectives, that what they're doing is going to be good for the whole. And they live in the realm of one size fits all. And some of my viewers have that, live in that realm too. That because this situation or that situation, people should be able to do this or do that or whatever. You live in that one size fits all. Well, one size don't fit all. We're all so widely different that no one can do what each one of us can do or not do, and that's just the way it is. Um, so, but it takes me a couple hours when I get up in the morning to be able to even get my face to look like it's partially happy, because all my muscles and everything are just shoved all over the place. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't know how to explain it. It has to do with uh, that my body being attacked, my muscles being attacked, and it's not a happy place to be. It's not a joyful place to be, and the sad part about it is that the humans in this world that you would think that thinks like you do, or I wouldn't even attempt to say to somebody on a video, well, you should be doing this or you should be doing that, because I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know what that person's going through, and you could even see a young person on a video that they look like they're just doing great when they could be paralyzed from the waist down. I don't understand how people can be so cruel, and I know that I've said this repeatedly, but you got to put yourself in other people's shoes. You've got to treat other people like you would want to be treated. Now, that one lady that said I was sucking the life out of, this is for you. If you decided to do a YouTube channel, I know nothing about you. All I know is that you're too opinionated. I can tell you that much. And opinions are judgmental. That's all they are. So try to live the life that I've lived. And I don't know. Apparently your name is Sandra. I don't know what that name means, but a lot of people name their children different names for a reason. Sometimes we change our names for specific reasons. Although the just like Abraham was, uh, his name was changed. Well, he wasn't a father of many nations, not until certain things happened. Well, my name is Joy, so that I can think joy all the time. So I can think and bring myself into joy. So all I gotta do is say shame on you for thinking the way you're thinking. You've got to change your mindset. You've got to change the way you think, so you're not so down on and ready to jump on people. So, but it's going to take me another hour or so to to get going. My body, my body makes my respiratory system makes way too much mucus, and I deal with that early in the mornings. I deal with that during the night. I deal with that all day long. And I'm not going to take a bunch of medicines and put in this body to make other things not work. I'm not going to do it. So I deal with it. This channel, I started a YouTube channel because I didn't have anything to do. 80 years old, not able to get out and sing like I used to sing. I used to sing all over the tri-state county between Ohio and West Virginia and Pennsylvania. I was singing every day, every night. And that was such a joy to me. And then I'd go home and I'd practice. And I could travel to different states and stuff, and have a life. Well, now here I am. I'm trying to revitalize my life. I'm trying to find a new way to live, to be happy, and it's hard. It's hard. And and then of course you have to deal with uh, scammers out there that they see an old lady on these platforms and stuff, and uh, they automatically think that you're dumber than a box of rocks, that you're going to fall for their little deals, and um, so they can take your money. Well, I don't have any money for them to take, but what little bit they would think that they could scam, because I'm old and I must be lonely, and I'm going to be dumb enough to send them money. That's what some of us older people have to deal with, and you have to be smart enough to not fall for that. And so there's that I have to deal with. I have to deal with uh, thinking about, okay, if I go to the doctors, and nowadays what they've developed, Canada has it, Switzerland has it now, that assistant taking you out of this world. They assist you to help you do that because you're old and depressed, and this and that, and um, Switzerland made a little pod that you lay in, and it fills the little tube up with nitrogen, and you just slowly leave this world. I'm not going to put myself in a position where, uh, because I'm old, that someone out there decides that um, I don't need to be on this planet any longer. And like I said, I've learned enough about life. I've learned enough about the stuff that goes on in this world, and I've told everybody to be aware. I got to be aware too, and I'm not being uh, overly skeptical or suspicious or anything like that, because uh, when I had my back surgery, they didn't tell me during during the treatment or anything. They waited till I was ready to walk out the door. That, well, you were never going to walk again. That was in our opinion, and there was like 7 doctors. You was never going to walk again. Uh, Well, if you're going to have that mindset, I guess that's not a good thing. But anyway, I don't I don't trust the medical system. I don't, and there's just too many things that that goes on, and people making decisions for other people that I'm not going to put myself into. So I will fight. I I don't want to use the word fight. I will stand against any of this illness and sickness that this body has to deal with, and keep on working, finding a way to uh, help it heal itself. So, but yes, no, I'm not in a joyful mood all the time. How can you be in circumstances? I have no friends, which that's not. I don't want no friends. Everybody out here is the closest to friends that I want at this point in time. And because friends can be very hurtful. If they think negatively all the time, then I don't want negative people around me. So it's not good. It's not good for each one of us. It's not, But what I'm trying to tell you on here, to just be aware. Be aware of what's going on around you. And that's why when I come in and I look at my comments and stuff, and if there's somebody on there that has commented something that is going to disrupt my other commenters or my subscribers, if I think it's too rough, I take them off, because I don't want my subscribers and my new friends to be disrupted. But because a lot of people that get on there and comment don't know what they're talking about anyway, so there are a few that know what they're talking about. I'm just asking you to, before you come on here and comment, if you haven't listened to the other videos, if of course none of you know anything really about me, just what I've said on here, and and everybody knows I have leg issues. But it's not just the legs; it's the whole body, because muscles are throughout my body, and it affects different parts of my body different. So no, look at me. Say you can look at my face right now, and it don't look very happy at all. Well, I can't help that. I don't have the energy to get up and take a shower first thing in the morning like a lot of all you do. I don't have that. So again, it comes back to, well, how can I make that a better issue? How can I got that little teeny shower in there, and I thank God for that little teeny shower. I thank my Creator for that little teeny shower. I thank that my daughter and her husband allow me to keep my camper here. Uh, I mean, I have all the amenities except washer and dryer, but uh, I uh, I have everything that I need here. But sometimes what you think that you have, that all your needs are met, that's not always the case. I really truly need a walk-in shower big enough and things to hold on to, that my knees don't buckle. And I'm sure there's many out there like that same way. And in my younger years, I used to shower every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, so I could feel fresh and ready to challenge the world. Well, I will have to say there's a lot of folks on here that you have you've helped me have a little bit of that boost. I've 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 braved that shower in there more times and I have since I've been in here, doing it for y'all, because once I get in there and get in that shower, and it makes my skin feel fresh, and it helps my body revitalize, and I put uh, nice comfortable clothes on, and it gives me, you guys have given me a reason to try to do better. And I've even thought about, and that's going to be hard. It's going to be a hard process of going to getting my teeth pulled so I can get dentures. Now, whether or not my insurance is going to go for that, I don't know, because it's a process. I've got till the end of this till the end of this year that I know that I'm going to have at least $2,500 to do that because of my insurance. But next year, that's not a guarantee. So, but it takes months. You can't get into a dentist like you used to be able to. Do I want to find that process? Do I have to get on the phone and I have to call here and call there, and all I'm on accepting because our insurances won't take just any doctor or dentist. We have to take who's in their network, and so that's a process. That's too much of a process for some people, and they have other people do it. Well, I'm not going to put my burdens on somebody else. I'll do it myself. But you have motivated me to get my teeth fixed because I got a picture of me 5 years ago, and I had dark hair. I kept my hair dark, and it was long. I keep it sitting there in front of me with a beautiful smile on my face, and I'm smiling at myself to remind me that I can look like that again. And so I use reminders like that if I um, want to do better for myself. I got another picture sitting here next to me with my hair long, and I look so beautiful. And I could wear makeup then, but it's hard to wear makeup with gook in your eyes all the time, and or eye drops, and you just it's very difficult. I can't go around looking like that all the time. Now I did use a little bit of makeup the other day on my on a video that I did, but it wasn't like I would like to have had it done. I just so, and I'm sure there's many others out there like this, and I'm not just speaking about women. I know you guys out there, the older guys. I know you feel like you've lost your um, ability to feel masculine and like you could jump up and fight the world. Um, so again, you've got to find ways that help you be able to strive through. I don't want to struggle through. I want to strive through. So again, and another thing, I'm going to try real hard to get myself not to do videos in the morning. But here's the thing. The whole thing about doing this is to keep myself doing something, to keep myself having a reason to get up in the mornings, to have a reason to strive through and live this life in a more meaningful way. And if I'm helping people out here uh, to try to uh, find ways of not struggling, but find ways to um, make it through just by listening to me. Not things that I'm being able to show you, but things that I say because I'm still here. Let's put it that way. I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still kicking, and to show everybody that it can be done. But again, it takes the mindset change. It takes finding solutions for yourself, and to stop depending on somebody else to come and save you, because that's not going to happen. People can't save you in your emotions. People can't save you in your um, health, because only you can find the ways to make you healthy, to help your body heal and stuff like that. So, well, anyway, I'm going to let you go. Again, Wayne Dyer says, change your way of thinking and you'll change your life. And that's one of the things I'm in the process of doing. And I've actually been working on this since 2007. It's not an overnight change, so we better get busy. And Henry Ford says, if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. So we'll talk to you later. So long.